All right, Mike Zimmer openly complained about Kirk Cousins' performance uh, late in the 2021 season and pretty much probably throughout his tenure as a Viking head coach. I mean, actually deep into it. Um, and that's Kirk Cousins, bro. I mean, a lot of NFL franchises scared to take do something different, and a lot of them scared to do something different at the quarterback position. You know, even if it's proven that the quarterback can't win, it's just so hard to evaluate quarterbacks that they be scared to try to do something different and move on. And that's pretty much what's probably going to happen with that's probably what's going to happen with the Lions. They're probably going to restructure Jared Goff contract, and they're probably going to restructure the contract and just think they can win with him. But you see it all the time in the NFL when you see quarterbacks that can't get the job done, that they stick with them. You see it all the time. They be scared to do something different. And Kirk Cousins been talented a lot of his career, but when it's time to get up and win something, he been trashed throughout his career. That's a fact. He been trashed throughout his career. When it's trying to really wise up and show the intangibles of being a winner, or show the intangibles of to will your team to victory, he can't do it. And he is the main reason that they haven't won in the Viking tenure. Now the Vikings saying we're gonna hire somebody that can we're gonna hire somebody that can, win with Kirk Cousins. They're gonna be in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? He been through the football team where they loved him. The Shanahans love him. He been through that situation. He been through Minnesota where he had everything in Minnesota. They improved the offensive line. They got one of the best running backs in the game in Dalvin Cook. They got one of the best, if not the best, receiver tandem in the game with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. And throughout his tenure, they had pretty solid defenses. They had some solid defenses. Some of them really good. They had talented Eric Kendrick, Anthony Barr, Daniil Hunter, Xavier Rose. They had a plethora of things there. And Kirk Cousins just don't do enough. And the franchise saying, well, we committed money to Kirk Cousins. We like Kirk Cousins. We're gonna find somebody that can get it done with Kirk Cousins. That team is as talented as you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying? That's a very talented roster. Even though the defense is going through a young a transition, they got some talent. That defense is good enough for them to make at least a deep playoff run. And the one playoff victory he got over New Orleans always fluky in the playoffs. You can count on that, them losing on some fluky play. So it ain't like he went to Lambeau and won a playoff game, or he went to Dallas. Well, I didn't say Dallas, but But it says the Vikings have a new GM and excuse me, new GM and coach, but for now the same quarterback. It's becoming increasingly clear that former coach and current quarterback had reached the limits of their relationship. Via Chad Graff of theathletics.com, Mike Zimmer complained openly in his coaching meetings about Kirk Cousins last season. Graff asked that some of Zimmer's top lieutenants echoed the same sentiment. So you think he just started complaining at Kirk Cousins now? He been complaining. Well, the problem, per Graff said, was that Zimmer didn't believe Cousins made enough winning plays. Facts. That he didn't elevate teammates. Facts. And he didn't take the chances that necessarily was to secure victories. Some of that bubbled up late November with Zimmer publicly saying he wanted Cousins to keep being aggressive. After Cousins said he was perhaps too aggressive in a win over the Packers, Cousins responded by saying he'd be as aggressive as the coach tell him to be. Zimmer's assessment, as listed by Graff, are all accurate. Cousins performs well much of the time. At certain key moments, however, he doesn't get it done. Specifically, when the play that has been called goes to the pot, Cousins can effectively improvise into an unscripted opportunity to salvage the situation. Cousins, for all the money he has earned since entering the league a decade ago, had one career playoff win in 4 years with the Vikings. He's led the team to the postseason only once. With the Vikings hiring a coach who worked with Cousins the thinking is that Kevin O'Connell regiment retain Cousins. All right. However, he's under contract only through the coming season. He has shown no inclination to sign an extension that will reduce his $45 million cap hit for 2022. Time will tell whether Cousins completes a clean sweep in Minnesota, whether the two sides renew their vows, or whether Cousins plays 2022 and no deal for 2023 or behind. That's why they drafted Kellen Mond. People will probably consider, say this, compare this to the Stafford situation. Look, man, Stafford went to a very, very talented team. Stafford went to a very, very talented team, bro. And they upgraded it. It ain't like he went to, I'm going to keep saying this. It ain't like he went to, Indianapolis Colts, or he went to Jacksonville and Alabama. He went to the perfect scenario. He didn't have to go through Lambeau. He went through the perfect scenario. And that's what it is. Kirk Cousins is not as talented as Matthew Stafford. Stafford can do some things at the end of the game. Stafford's never been shy. He's never been shy or asked to, or turned to, or told to turn aggression down. One thing about Stafford is he gonna throw that thing. And Kirk Cousins just, he been like that since college. He just don't have that winning mechanism. He just don't have that winning mechanism, man. Like I said before, the deal before this he signed with Minnesota, he had a fully guaranteed deal, bro. He was the only player in the league who had a fully guaranteed deal. So that's crazy. Not this deal he on now, but the deal before that, I believe he had a fully guaranteed deal. So that's crazy, bro. He's still not getting it done. It don't surprise me. Very talented, but just, some of them dudes who just can't get over the hump and win. And that's what's been holding them back. They can talk about their defense and all this, that, and third. He got a very talented offense. Very talented. Two of the best receivers you can find, Dalvin Cook. They drafted Irv Smith. I mean, shoot. He had Kevin, the Rudolph kid from Notre Dame, at tight end for years. Harrison Smith on defense. Eric Kendrick, one of the best middle linebackers. Anthony Barr, solid. I mean, shit. Neil Hunter, when healthy, they have a very talented team. That just shows you can have a very talented team, and the quarterback can determine if you're going to get over the hump or not. If Trent Dilfer can just kept having that same season he had in Baltimore, and the Ravens could kept their great defense, they would have repeated. That was an anomaly. Jim McMahon with the 85 Bears, anomaly. They had one good year and won the championship. They didn't repeat. Everybody talking about, we got to build a receiver. We got to build a great defense. Man, it's been done. Build a solid defense. It's been done. And still, they never repeat. This Minnesota team is very talented, bro. The backup Madison is a good runner. They very talented. And they blaming it on Zimmer defense ain't this. Man, look what they got on offense. They got a very, very good offense, bro. Come on. Two of the best receivers and the best running back and a great backup running back. What else do we want? And they struggled to beat us twice this year because he trash. He should have been complaining about Kirk Cousins when they kept giving him all that damn money. He been trash. He look all smiles here. No, that's kind of a fake smile. Rick Spielman brother, trash. And that's just another a great team can be broken down by a bad quarterback. You can have a beautiful building. But if the foundation ain't good enough, it's going to fall. They had a number of great players, bro. And ultimately, Mike Zimmer, Rick Spielman lost their job because of the dude right there, Kirk Cousins. That's why they lost their job. That's why he lost the job, Kirk Cousins. And Brad Holmes gonna do the same thing. Gonna take Aiden Hutchinson. Gonna take Kayvon Thibodeau. The Lions been doing that shit for years. You know what I'm saying? Taking defensive players high, taking offensive linemen throughout the first. He gonna take him. He gonna be very boring again. And ultimately, Jerry, they're gonna give Goff an extension, maybe not. And they gonna or Goff going after next year, they're gonna be scrambling looking for a quarterback. You don't wait till the last minute. Green Bay and Kansas City did it perfect. Work with them, rebuild them, then transition them towards the end of the season or next season. Like, here you go. You know, and that's what they're going. That's what Minnesota did. And that's why you hear about the rumors of them pushing for Deshaun Watson. There's a market for Kirk Cousins. You hear some, I forget. Somebody was inquiring about trading for Kirk Cousins. Can't remember, was it Indianapolis? Somebody like that was an article going around, rumor going around that they was interested in Kirk Cousins. That's because it always be a market for safe quarterbacks that you know what you're gonna get. Fitzpatrick, Kirk Cousins. There might be a market for guys. You know, people just say we do everything. Everything can be perfect around Kirk Cousins. He still won't get a job done. Take Stafford off the Rams, put Kirk Cousins in there. They don't win a championship. I'm telling you. You know, everything ain't got to be perfect around Stafford, but it got to be, great. Give me great defense, couple receiver, I'm good. You know, this dude got a great team of his own. Defense, some injuries, but shit, you got firepower offensively. They just need you to really pick it up and just make a few plays to put the games out of reach or put the games away or close the games out. And now, they should trade for Deshaun Watson. Aaron Rodgers moving out of here. They should look at Russell Wilson. They should look at Kyler Murray. All better than Kirk Cousins. Won't be the only Green Bay quarterback to switch over to purple and gold. They should. Kirk Cousins and some of the teams he should have been literally delivering a smackdown on us. Our games this year shouldn't have been competitive. He sucked. Mediocre quarterback. That's why Aaron Rodgers is able to win every year because he don't have nobody to go against. And people in Detroit, we have a quarterback way worse than Kirk Cousins, and people can't see it. I don't know why the quarterback position is always underrated by certain fan bases, but that's why they ain't getting over the hump is that guy right there. So it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. There's been rumors about them maybe trying to upgrade Deshaun Watson, but Kirk Cousins got one more year on this deal, and that about it. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Appreciate the love and support, man. Check out Detroit Lions Talk Pledge for more videos like this. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Maybe I'll create an NFC North playlist. Yeah, I'll do that. I create an NFC North playlist about some of the things that go around the North. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you girls and guys think. But yeah, it ain't hard to see he the problem. Talented roster, quarterback sucking. I'm telling y'all, quarterback, there's a difference between competing for the playoffs and competing for championship in and out, year in, year out, and wasting the great talent around you. And they got great talent over there around in Minnesota, and he wasted it. A piece.